Hey, it's been a minute. It's been a little while since I last recorded one of these because life got busy and I got a lot of one-to-one clients. I haven't been able to record as much. So today I want to talk about making sure that January sets you up for the rest of the year. And I'm going to give you some really super simple steps to take to ensure that this is the last year that you sit feeling the way that you are feeling right now. Before I do that, I'm SMr&x. I am a qualified healthy relationship practitioner, and I have been helping people heal their nervous system so that they can attract healthy aligned love for the past 10 years. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. So January, and the reason that I'm doing this episode now and not at the beginning of January is for a very good reason, because most people will set their New Year's resolution, then maybe they'll say them on the 30th of December, and then by the 14th of January, they've already what they would describe as fail. I wouldn't call it a fail, I would call it a hurdle. But most people set these goals. I want to lose weight. I want to put myself out there a bit more. And then life happens. And because people don't see instant results, they get demotivated. And so I'm doing this at this point to set you up for the best year ever. Because you'll have passed all of that I've failed at my New Year's resolutions. So I would like you to get a pen and paper, and I'm gonna go through a quick how to make this happen. And it is going to be quick, so you may need to pause me, you may need to rewind me, you may need to listen again. Okay? And so I want you to think off the top of your head, take the first thing that comes to your head, one goal that you have for this year. And I want you to put it in the comments so that I can see what you're setting and to keep you accountable. So my goal for this year is to help at least 20 people find healthy love. What's your goal? You may have multiple goals. We're just doing one at the moment. Get it in the comments. Write it down. And now I want you to set a deadline. A specific deadline. So my deadline will be by the 20th of December 2026. You can even put a time in. Timing is great because it actually really keeps you motivated for that. Write that down. And then get it in your diary. And if you want to tell me in the comments what your date is, even better. And now I want you to think about, and you may need to pause me at this point, the obstacles, the objections, and your own beliefs that are going to get in the way of you achieving this goal. As I said, pause me and get them all down. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to write down or identify some of the skills, some of the knowledge that you need to reach that goal. So if your goal is to find a healthy relationship, which most of the people that are here, that is their goal, what knowledge are you currently lacking? Do you find it difficult to talk to people? Do you find it difficult to approach people? Are you so scared because of your previous experiences that you don't want to put yourself out there? What knowledge do you need? What skills do you need? Pause me, write that down. The next thing is I want you to identify the people, organisations, or anything else that can help you. So if you are struggling to communicate, if you struggle to approach someone, would having a coach that talks that out with you help? Identify who can help. Pause me, get that down. The next thing, I want you to make a list of everything that you need to do to achieve this goal. So that includes your knowledge, that includes your skills, that includes who you need to help. If one of your obstacles is your own beliefs, that you believe that you're not good enough, what do you need to do about that? Do you need to work with someone to move past those beliefs? Write that down. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to look in your calendar and I want you to start scheduling when you're going to do these things. So if your goal is to find a healthy relationship and you've now discovered that one of the obstacles is your belief system, one of the obstacles is that you hate online dating, one of the skills that you need is to learn how to communicate with people, and you've identified how you're gonna find people to help you do that, I want you to start scheduling in each week into your diary one activity that is going to move you closer to that goal. Is that booking an appointment with a coach? Is that reading a self-help book? Is that going to a group to build up your confidence around being with new people? But it's very important that you schedule it, because if you've got it in your schedule, you're more inclined to do it. Most people will go, yeah, I'm gonna build up my confidence this year. But they never work out the how, they never work out who's going to help them, they never work out what the obstacle is, and they never put it in their diary to be able to do it. And just before I move on to the next step, if you are struggling, if you are a person that keeps getting into the same patterns of behaviour, you keep going for the same types of people, I have a Love Loop quiz that will show you exactly what your patterns are and how to change them. If you want that, it's completely free. Just comment Love Loop below and I'll send it directly to you. I'm hoping that you've paused me and you've started scheduling in things. I schedule everything. I schedule when I'm going to do my podcast. I schedule when I'm going to post on social media. I schedule when I'm going to spend time with my children. I schedule it all. Because when it's in the diary, I do it. When I say, oh yeah, I need to do that, I don't do it. Get it into your diary. And the next thing is, I want you to organise into a list of steps that you need to take. So if it is beliefs that's a problem, that is like at the bottom. You need to work on that before you start going on dates, before you start putting yourself out there, before you start going to groups. Because if you've got a belief system here that you feel like you're not good enough, you feel like you're not worthy enough, you feel like people are always terrible, then that's the part that you need to work on. So create a list of steps in order of importance to meet that goal. And then I want you to identify the most important task that you need to do for each of those steps. You really need to practice self-discipline with this. Goals are not achieved by chance. If you look at any of the major sports athletes, J.K. Rowling, she sent the Harry Potter series, The Philosopher's Stone, to about 8 publishers, and they all said no. And she didn't stop. She had a goal, and she was going to achieve it. But it needs self-discipline. Imagine if she'd have just been like, oh, well, this happens. look at the success that she has now. And the amount of people that she's actually helped because of that. You know, I read the Harry Potter books when I was going through some pretty dark times in my life. David Beckham, if you watched his programme, where he said that his dad stood at the sidelines making him take a corner over and over again until he got it. That's self-discipline, and you have the control to practice it. You can't control what other people do. You can't control how other people treat you, but you can control what you do. And so the last thing that I want to quickly do with you to help manifest these goals, I'd like to invite you to solidify this goal. If you are driving whilst listening to this, then you turn it off, don't do it. If you are operating heavy machinery, the same. Or walking on a treadmill. I'd like you to find a comfortable position, sit down, and I invite you to close your eyes and take a big deep breath in. And do it again. And take another big deep breath in. And I'd like you to picture yourself in your mind's eye, and you've achieved everything that you want. You've achieved this goal that you've just set. And I invite you to look around you. Where are you? How do you feel? What can you see? What can you hear? Make it as though it's happening to you right now. I invite you to step into this version of you. Feel the way that they're feeling when they've achieved this goal. Hear it. See it in your mind's eye. As though this goal is now a non-negotiable. It's going to happen for you. Because you've now got the steps. You've now taken the action. So this goal is now inevitable for you. And picture an image in your mind that solidifies this goal. Start to make it brighter. Start to bring it closer. And feel it spread throughout your body. And as you do, I invite you to say out loud, everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. Everything always exceeds what I want. Everything always exceeds what I want. Everything always exceeds what I want. Now take another big, deep breath in, filling your lungs as much as you can. And sigh it out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, knowing that it's all working out for you. Now open your eyes. Notice the way that you feel right now. Now, that goal is now inevitable. You've created the steps, you know exactly what you need to do, you know exactly who needs to help, you know exactly what obstacles are going to get in your way, and you've scheduled it all. This is how you make sure that this year is the best year of your life. And now you've already seen it, it's already happened. So I invite you to do this if you have other goals. Go back to the beginning, rewind, and do the whole process again. This is how you make changes. I don't advise that you pick more than 3 goals, because the thing is that you can actually come back to this video. If in a month's time you've actually hit one of those goals, you can come back to this video and set new goals. Because this year is going to be amazing for you. So you are probably going to hit more than one goal. Do this video again, schedule it in. Let me know below what this goal is for you. It's already happened. It's already happening for you. Great things are already happening because you made it to the end of this video, which means you are an action taker and your year is going to be amazing. If you want to know why you keep going through these patterns in love and how to change them, I will send you my Love Loop quiz, which will tell you exactly what you need to do to find a healthy love. In the same way that I found it, and hundreds of my clients have too. I'll put the Love Loop quiz link in the show notes for you. I'm SMr&x. Remember to subscribe and share this with someone that you know also needs to have the best year ever. Speak to you soon. Hey, I just wanted to pop back on just before you finish the episode to remind you to get yourself doing the Gratitude to Love challenge. It's completely free and it will change your life. Do you want to start 2026 as a new version of you that is ready to attract love? Or do you want to stay who you've been the whole of 2025? I think if you're listening to this and you got this far in the episode, you probably don't want the second option. So go, I'll put the link below, start the Gratitude to Love challenge, and I can't wait to see how it changes your life. See you soon.